Are we recording?
Yes, we are.
Sweet, that's where we got a nice shot.
Alright.
Alright, so we're in the garage, and this is the video how-to for 09, or at least the first one. And before you is the beautiful new Monster Guts Nerve Center.
Sexy.
It's just a little guy. I have huge hands.
Not so much.
And you can see there really isn't much to it. This is kind of what it looks like out of the box. I mean, granted, we've stuck some wires in it because we got impatient. So, alright, so when you first plug this bad boy in, you get that PCO, which means prop controller operational. If you don't get that, you can actually kind of just scroll through the menu, make yourself happy till you see it again, or not. Alright, so now we have to figure out how to actually program this thing. Oh, well, you shouldn't. No, you go back here. I'm smoking a cigarette. That's bad for kids. Alright, so this, I think, is by far the easiest thing we've ever had to deal with in terms of programming wise. You know, Jeff and I aren't really used to the whole key banger thing. So this is all new to us, actually. This is the first one we've gotten to play with. So we wanted to set up a quick demo on how to actually program a track on this bad boy with some sound on it. So to do that, we're going to show you how to hook it up. Alright, so the first thing we need to do is get sound into this bad boy. So here's my laptop. I'm going to put it over here. As you can see from my laptop, I'll cover this up so I don't get in trouble at work. I have a track already queued up in my little media player here, and I have this handy dandy cord provided by Monster Guts.
Would that be called a dongle?
But not really. It's not dongling very much. It's an 1/8 inch mono to mono, and if you go over here, right, you can see that we've got some inputs and outputs. The center one is not used yet. That's for future revision, I think. But this little bad boy here is got an arrow pointing down, so we think he's the input. So I'm gonna shove this in here, and then I'm gonna hook it up to the headphone jack on my laptop.
Fancy.
Yeah, alright, so now the first thing we do with the Nerve Center, and I know this because I read the handy dandy instructions that came printed out for you, courtesy of Monster Guts. See them? There they are. Okay, we're a little shaky. I plug that in there, and then I go scroll to ES1, which is my first soundtrack,
And
right?
you scroll to there by hitting that little dictionary button right there, the little book.
If I want to scroll my second track or my third track or whatever, I'm just
up and down buttons.
But my little menu
stop.
button here, the little book here, I get down to ES1. There's my sound, and of course I got, you know, record and stop, or play and stop, or whatever you want here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit record, and then I'm going to go over here and hit this track. Oh wait, before we do that though, we should probably plug in our speakers, huh?
Hey, that's probably a good idea.
Yeah, so we got a couple cheap PC speakers here, and again you can see from the icons.
It looks like a speaker.
So I'm going to assume that's where the speaker goes because it looks like a speaker. And all right, here we go. Okay, ready? I'm going to hit record here, and then I'm going to hit play here. Yeah! Now, that sounds like holy ass. Don't worry, it's going to sound a lot better once we play it back. All right. Sweet. Okay, let's get to the next one. Okay, now, I just stopped. Now, you can record up to 2 minutes, actually, on any given track, right? 2 minutes on any given track. Okay, but what we're going to do here is just stop here because this is just a demo. Now, Jeff, if you could go around this way, you'll see that we've actually already taken the liberty. Oh, I see, I just unplugged the seat because I already got the sound in there, so I don't need this anymore. Okay, it's already in there. What we've done here, I'll move the beer out of the way. We're out of high life, so we won't Corona tonight. Party leftovers, but that's okay. It still works. I wanted to run a 110 light off of here rather than like a 12-volt valve.
Nice.
Also from Monster Guts, cute little fella. So here's what I did was I got my little. Oh, by the way, this comes supplied with its own little wall wart to power this, but I need to power 12 volts out of here. Okay, see these little relays here? All they do is switch 12 volts. Okay, they don't output 12 volts, so we need to supply 12 volts to them. That's actually really kind of simple. So I got myself a solid state relay here. You can see this side goes to AC. See where it says AC? And this side is negative and positive. This is what's, the DC side. And it works on 3 to 32 volts DC. We're going to switch 12 volts, so we fall well within that, so we're fine. So here's what I did. I got a wall wart that Jeff had, and Jeff decided he was going to sacrifice the wall wart for me. And we cut the barrel end off of it, which gave us these two. And then right in the middle of the cord, if we can get a shot of that, I actually snipped the cord and then peeled apart some sides. And I stuck those here. I put one of them in common, one of them in the normally open side, because that's how this is going to work. Normally open, normally closed. Do you want it to go on when you trigger it, or do you want it to stay on and then go off when you trigger it? That's actually all that means. So you can see this is really very, very easy wiring. So now that we get that going, right, I got my sound already recorded. We're gonna move to the action scene 1. Again, I can scroll up and down and record a bunch of different tracks here. We're just doing the real simple part. You can play with this yourself. Alright, so now, when I hit play here, it's going to record. When it's going to start recording, it's going to actually play the sound out too. And then, using my channel 1 button, because I only have one channel right over here, I'm just going to start playing, so I'll give you how this is going to work, right? Yeah! Oh, alright, that was the end of the track. Alright, so that's recorded. Now, I just made a light flash. Had I hooked up this little pneumatic here, you know, over here like so, that could have easily just as been a piston going up and down, or I mean, whatever you can run out 12 volts. That's kind of the beauty of these. So now, if everything worked out right, I'm going to go to the next menu function, which actually allows me to preview, P for preview, the scene I just recorded. So now that I'm on the preview setting, I'm going to hit play again, and if everything works right, you'll hear the sound I recorded, and then you'll see my key presses being played back. Yes! Beer time! Yes! That was it. That's it. That's just how easy it is to use this thing. The cool part is I have 2 channels. I'll show you something real quick. Right? Let's say I wanted to record the light and the piston. Right? All right. So I go back over to AC1. All right. Alright, so I'm going to control, this is the first track. I've already recorded a soundtrack. I have my soundtrack 1, which corresponds to my action track here. Alright, I'm going to record this again. You hear the sound come on, and I'm going to do this button again, which I have hooked up to my light. But let's pretend for a second that I also have something hooked up to here. And I'll show you why in a second. So let's record this over again. And I'm just pressing down the button here. Crazy here, making a point. All right, now when I play this back again, now you're gonna see, if we take a look down at the channel 1 and channel 2. Now obviously I have channel 1 hooked up to a light, okay, but the nerve sensor also gives me a visual indication that I've got something going down here at channel 2 when I go to preview, which I'm already on. So we'll hit play. And you'll see the channel 2 light come on as well. In just a second, as I record these key presses.
Makes really nice clicking noises.
And it makes really nice clicking noises because there's some cool solid-state relays in there. Point being is I could have just as easily wired up a cylinder to this, and I would have had sound coming out of my monster in a box, a light flashing in time with whatever thing I put on it, right? And then I would have had my pneumatic cylinder, and I'd already be done. It's just that simple. That sound like Billy Mays? No, he's dead. All right, take a look over here. This is actually where you wire up your trigger. Now, if you're just using a momentary trigger, like a pressure mat, or say like a button you're going to press, you just go to here and here and you're all set. If you look in the manual, you'll see that it gives you some alternate wiring for brake beams and things of other, other stuff like that. But basically speaking now, if I move my menu setting over to SC1, which I just scrolled past, alright, this is like go time, okay? Now, if I hook up a trigger to this and hit it, boom, off it goes. I know it's going to work because I already used the preview setting. And there's some other cool stuff that it does. So if I go through looped mode, if I decide I want to loop the same thing, I can go, or I can choose what's normally open, normally closed. You can basically, you can loop the same track, you can sequence a bunch of tracks, so every time it triggers it plays a new track. I'll let you guys play with it. This is just a really quick, not in-depth, oh my god, is this thing simple to program how to? I hope it gets you started. It's a really neat product. I think it's going to do awesome in the key banging space. And we're going to go back to drinking beer. We spent a total of 20 minutes getting ready for this. That also included taking this out of the box. And that's something, because wow, we just saved a lot of beer drinking time. And that's the end of this how-to. It's just that simple.